day, I don't even know what it is today. The shuttle ride over here just took like half an hour. Today is mostly going to be concerts at like 8 o'clock, it's noon, around noon, so we're just going to check a few panels out again.
Because we actually played it on the TV during the Super Bowl last year, but it was actually a pretty big success, even in France, because it actually talks about France and love. The Parisian Love video is about telling a story through the use of the products. So it's actually very fascinating because you can actually feel the user hesitations, the user's moments of joy, and there are so many emotions that goes through the video without even seeing anything else but boring screen captures. But these screen captures are of course orchestrated in a way that they are actually not boring, of course. And we're telling that story in a minute long, and we played that one during the Super Bowl because we got so many good reviews and comments that we thought it would be good to do something that we usually don't do, like a TV ad.
So, you know, with this project, you're just putting in your address, and then the video is built around that. The internet is a completely different canvas. The first most noticeable thing is that there's a two-way conversation that can happen between the viewer and the work. So I'm fascinated by if you accept the fact that MTV doesn't really play videos anymore and that most people are going to see the music video on the internet, and you embrace it, not embrace it, but commit to it so that you're making a piece that can no longer be played on television. What can you do with that?
Protecting content, because we can talk about all of these amazing platforms, but I'm a songwriter. I started out as a songwriter. I'm married with a beautiful family with kids, and I got to feed them and clothe them. And I've been really lucky that I was part of the business. I had one foot in the business that supported a model that made it easier for songwriters and artists to make a living. And today it's much harder. And I think what I hope is that there's a way for the music industry in the process of change to actually build a stronger middle class. A middle class of people, artists, songwriters who actually can support themselves making a living, can actually do what they love to do, and not feel that they're either part of the big, huge machine that requires $1 million, as you suggest, but also can have a life and continue doing what they're doing. Underneath all of this is that this is the elephant in the room.
And it is my pleasure to introduce Chamillionaire.
And I just think it's about innovating, you know what I mean? You know, it's kind of risky sometimes when you're trusting the ear of somebody that's really young. Yeah. Sometimes somebody that's young, that's closer to the ground and closer to the battlefield, can tell you what you can do to change the industry when you got some person in an office in New York that's never ever stood foot in the battlefield telling you how the industry is supposed to work, and telling you how people are supposed to consume music. Right. I just think that that's what the industry needs to do. They need to start thinking forward, thinking way ahead, and some of these deals that they don't want to do, they need to start doing. You know, and that's the hard part about the politics of this industry. You know, Wiz Khalifa focused on the music, Drake focused on the music, and when people like it, you'll build an audience and people will come to you. That's the goal. You don't want to chase record labels, because if you do chase them and you do get signed, trust me, the deal's not going to be good. Because it's like you're begging me for a deal, so you got to take what I give you. But if you can create a fan base in your area or your region, everybody's going to come to you. And that's the way it should work, you know?
What's your preference? I mean, you've been savvy in your approach to music, but if you had a preference, internet buzz or street buzz?
Street buzz, definitely. Because somebody that's hot in the streets will go to the internet. But to be hot on the internet doesn't mean you're hot in the streets.
Right. If you were at Stubbs last night, you know how great that, in addition to hearing the old chestnuts, it was great to hear the new stuff, because the new album is So great, it's getting such a good response, and I know the band is very excited about it, very proud of it, rightly so. So it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome Duran Duran. So meantime, let me just start, I guess, in the present, guys. I feel that you're so far away.
Yeah. Should we squeeze up a bit?
It's good, yeah.
You can do that.
Over a bit.
There you go. We can do furniture removal.
So out there under the stars last night, South by Southwest. Talk to me about that. Was it any different sort of a show? I mean, this is
Well, it was the beginning of our world tour.
Again in the church today in our early, so I'm gonna have a look at the act that's doing the Hey Rosetta, I think. And after that it's Elu, E-L-E-W, in the Bethel Hall.
And all his ways to steal away your body, to steal away your praise.
Okay, so the first act was awesome, but the second one was totally not what I signed up for. I was looking for Elu, but I checked the mobile and apparently that artist cancelled, and I had to get out of there. Now I don't even know where I'm going now. Bright light, I think from London.
All your blood and guts are exposed. Your spirit has been begging to leave. So run a little rabbit, run. Just run a little rabbit, run. To meet in secret, stalking